Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Elena. Eyebrows are there to frame our face. They can make us look happy, sad, angry, droopy, lifted, anything we want. And sadly, if they don't look good, we don't look good.
You know, if you don't look good, we don't look good.
That's why it's really important to know where to place them and how to shape them correctly. You can still do whatever you want, makeup doesn't have any rules, this is my personal opinion and how I think they look best. With that being said, let's move on to the first step. People used to think your eyebrow should start where your nose ends, but we can't rely on that because every nose is different. Some people have bigger nostrils and some have smaller nostrils, so you actually want to place them at the ball of your nose. This is gonna give you a more symmetrical look and they're gonna look better on your face. If you place them too far apart, your face is gonna look wider, and if you place them too close together, it's gonna appear as if you have a unibrow or as if you're mad all the time. For the arch of your brow, you're gonna take your brush, put it at the end of your nostrils and place it just where your pupil ends whenever you're looking straight forward. This is where you want to create the arch. And for the end of your eyebrow, you place your brush also on your nostril and place it just where your eye ends. This should be the end of your eyebrow. If it's easier for you, you can take a bit of concealer and make a small dot in every location. That way you know exactly where to shape or pluck your eyebrows. Now that we have the location for our eyebrows, we can start shaping them. A lot of people prefer to wax their eyebrows. I personally don't like to do that because I do not like pain, so I prefer to do mine by shaving them or plucking them. If you like shaving them like me, I recommend you use some sort of shaving cream first, that way your skin won't get irritated. And I like to use the Nivea Sensitive Calm Liquid Shaving Cream. You wanna use this type of razors because they're specially made for the face. They're smaller, so they give us a more precise finish, and they're not as sharp as a regular razor blade, so you don't have to worry about cutting yourself. Don't get me wrong, you still can cut your face, okay? So I need you to be careful. I'm just saying that they're not as sharp as a regular razor blade, but they still can cut you, so just be careful and try to work slowly. You need to use it in vertical directions. If you use it in horizontal directions, you're gonna cut yourself. So please be gentle, be careful, and do only vertical motions. So take a bit of cream and place it all over your eyebrow. Now take your razor and start cutting. I like to start at the lower arch of my eyebrow because it's easier for me to shape them that way. Don't worry about any little hairs that you can't shave because we can pluck them later. For the end of my brow, I do like to make it a bit shorter because for my face type I think a longer brow sometimes makes it look a bit droopy and I want a more lifted effect, so I like to do them a bit shorter and straighter. For the beginning of my brow, I like to go from down to up, if that makes sense, because I find it easier to do it like this, otherwise I feel like I'm gonna take off the whole brow and I don't want to do that. And lastly, I like to go on top of my eyebrow. I like the thickness of my natural eyebrow, so I just clean the excess hairs and that's it. Here you can see the difference. Now I do the same thing for the other brow. And now that we have our shape, I'm gonna pluck any hair that was left out if there's any. Then I like to take a spoolie, brush my hairs up, and then cut the ones that are too long. I have very sensitive skin, so I like to use a hydrating cream afterwards, that way it doesn't get irritated or itchy. So I'm using the Bioderma Sensibio Defensive Cream. Now that we have our shape, we can start putting makeup on them. I like to start by doing the soapy brow, which if you don't know what that means, it consists of getting a spoolie and a clear soap. You get the spoolie wet and you take a bit of soap. Then you brush your hairs and it's gonna set them in place the whole day. But a lot of makeup brands have the clear brow gels, so I like to use one of those. Right now I'm using the e.l.f. Brow Lift because it's really good, it lasts all day and, well, it's cheap. So I take my spoolie and a little bit of product. I like to place it in the center of my eyebrow first. That way all the excess product can concentrate here. and then I lightly start brushing them in a diagonal direction. Now I do the tail, and with what's left of the product, I like to do the beginning of the brow. And when I'm done with the other one, I like to push the hairs with my finger. That way I make sure that every hair is really stick to my skin. And then I let them dry for about 2 minutes. Then I take a brow gel. I like to use the e.l.f. Lock-On Liner and Brow Cream because I do like a stronger brow, a small angle brush, and I take the excess product off. I'm gonna start recreating hairs, so doing short strokes going in the same directions as my natural hairs. And for the beginning of the brow, I like to use the Arches and Halo Brow Liner, because it's really precise and it adds more natural hairs to the first part. Now I do the same thing to the other brow. This is totally optional, but if you're insecure about your eyebrows as I am, or are tired of having to do them daily, I recommend this 100%. This is gonna make your life super easy because it lasts for about 2 weeks and you don't have to worry about your eyebrows looking spare or light. I like to use beard dye because it's safer for your skin and it's lighter than regular hair dyes. You have to be really careful with this product because it's hair dye and it can stain your skin, so please be careful and try to do it just on the hairs. So I squeeze a little bit from the color base into the mixing tray. Then I squeeze the equal amount of color developer, mix the product with the plastic end, and then I lightly brush my hairs with the product. Wait for about 5 minutes, and then take all the product off. Here you can see the difference of how they used to be and how they are now. And then I take a bit of the e.l.f. brow gel and brush the hairs up. And that is it for this complete eyebrow routine. Let me know in the comments how you do your eyebrows. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week. Bye!